What's up? What's up? What's up? It is me. It is me, your girl, Labora Lee, aka Cats, and I am your host. And welcome to Ambitiously the podcast. Today is Wet Wednesday. You heard me. Today is Wet Wednesday. Today is the day that we talk about the things that are on my mind, basically. But we get a little salacious. We dive into the taboo subject matter. We talk grown folks talk over here. So before I get into any of my stuff, let me play this commercial from our affiliates. What's up, guys? It is me, your girl, Labora Lee. And guess what? Today is a great day to start your own podcast. Whether you're looking for a new marketing channel, have a message you want to share with the world, or you just think it would be fun to have a talk show, podcasting is an easy, inexpensive, fun way to expand your reach. Buzzsprout is hands down the easiest and best way to launch, promote, and track your podcast. Your show can be online and listed in all major podcast directories like Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and more within minutes of finishing your recording. Following the link in our description, let Buzzsprout know that we sent you, and it gets you a $20 gift card from Amazon when you sign up for a paid plan. And it helps support our show. So let's start our podcast today. Let's get to creating, people. Time is of the essence. All right, I'm back. I was over here doing stuff I had no business doing. So I wanted to get that out the way so we can get into the stuff that we need to get into this evening. The first thing I want to start with, and don't take it personal, because what I'm about to say, well, no, you shouldn't take it personal. Let me just say this. To my friends and family, I love you, but we are still in the pandemic. The 19 is still here. Plus, there's other variants that have surfaced, like 2 more that I know of. And I'm not that free with giving other people my freedom, my rights, my liberties, my life. I love you all and I trust you all. And that's not it. It's just what I've found is that with, let's just say, the medicine that they've come out with, people have gotten the medicine and still wind up sick. And I really am not really that willing to risk it all just to go out and have a good time. First and foremost, I've never been one of those type of people who like being in club environments. I mean, don't get me wrong, wherever I go, it's a turn up. It's a good time. But I like a more laid back and chilled environment. I don't really like being around too many people, and especially now in these times. So don't take it personal. It's nothing to do with you. But if you have an event, I probably won't be there. We're still in the pandemic, and I'm not going to play with it like we're not there, because we are still there. So that's that. I just wanted to send that message to my loved ones. It's not you, it's the pandemic, and I'm just not that willy-nilly to be out here in the pandemic. To be honest with you, if I go anywhere, it's normal stuff like taking my child to school, going to the grocery store, things of that nature, and going to my other home. I'm not for it. I'm not for just to go to a party. I'm not that trusting. And like I said, people have gotten the medicine and still been sick. So don't take it personal. Gotten sick, passed. I'm just not that trusting with my health, with my child's health. I'm just really not. So if you have an event, again, I love you. It's nothing personal. I'm just not trusting, and I love you, but I don't love you enough to die for you. Let's just start with that. So that's that. So last week I raised the question, and I raised 2 questions, but this question is the one I'm gonna start with. So when we get to our grown up talk, we'll still have that question posed. And last week, my question was, is it harder for a man to hold his orgasm than it is for a woman? I'm going to repeat that question. Is it harder for a man to hold his orgasm than it is for a woman? Now, I'm going to be honest with y'all because I don't lie to y'all. I'm very transparent. Please join the conversation. Drop a comment. I'm going to be honest with y'all. I'm all about testing the theories, and I'm still on the fence as far as I'm concerned about well, no, I'm not on the fence. I know this is ridiculously hard for me to hold an orgasm. I know that. I know that for a fact. So that's not a question. But every woman's body is different and every man's body is different. So do you feel like it's harder for a man to hold his orgasm than it is for a woman? And I'll get back to that in a few. So I had another, well, I want to say question, but I'm going to pose this question to you as well. Wait, we got a comment before I get to that one. Wait a minute. Oh, hold on. I got to get my mouse back because y'all know I'm working with 3 monitors, 1 mouse, and 1 keyboard. So yes, what? You think it's Rashad? Sean, what do you think? You think it's harder for a man to hold his orgasm than a woman? And explain, like, tell me why you think that. And I'm gonna give you mine. I told you I'm gonna give you my part of that. And hi Rashawn. I'm gonna give you my take on that as well in a few, but not just yet because I want to save the salacious for later. I just wanted to start with that question first so that I give y'all time to drop your comments and let me know how y'all feel about that question. So I wanted to bring up this other subject matter before we get. Okay, wait. Okay, and I'm gonna tell you why I disagree. This, and you you boo thing, but I gotta disagree, and I'm gonna tell you why I disagree. But Rashawn said, man, no question about that, and I'm gonna tell you why it's not harder, or why I think it's not harder for y'all than it is for us. But I'll get to that in a second. The next thing that I wanted to, well, the first thing that I really wanted to dive into, is for us as a people, African American people. What? Let me get to you. We're going to talk about that in a second, Rashawn. So, and I'm going to pull all your comments back up too so I can break it down the way I need to break it down. But I recently saw a trailer for a commercial with Santa Claus coming out of the closet. Do I have an issue with people loving who they love? No, I don't. Love who the fuck you love because I'm going to love who the fuck I love. I'm not going to ask you for permission for me to love who I love, right? But it got me to thinking, and don't take this personal, anybody, but it got me to thinking that why is it more normal to be, into the same sex, or why is it sex normalized more than it is why is being black not normalized? Like, why is everything else so easy for them to accept, but when it comes to us as as black people, we get the raw end of the deal? And then on top of that is so many stereotypes, like, for example, black men, and we know this is not y'all, but I'm gonna just give an example of what could be a stereotype. Black men are thugs, and black men are criminals. Black men don't take care of their kids, which is not all of this. This is not true. You got your bad ones, but this is totally not true. It's a lot of things that they say about black men. For black women, we're angry because we speak up for ourselves. We are lazy. All we do is sit around and have babies, yada, yada, yada. Y'all know the stereotypes that we get. But it's cool to normalize sex and being attracted to the opposite sex. My whole point is this. We can't help the color of our skin. We can't help what we were born into. I don't want to help it. I'm personally, I feel like, I'm not going to get into my spiritual, because I'm not religious side of things, but there was another question posed, which was, there was something else. It was a question posed, which was, why do Black people exist? And I'm gonna give you all a fun fact. If we didn't exist, you wouldn't exist. And that's not talking about the labor on our back. That's not talking about, us taking care of you guys. That's talking about, scientifically it's been proven that the first human species was found in Africa. So the land of Kush, if you're a Christian, again, I'm not religious. I do have a religion, but I'm not a Christian. I'm very spiritual. I don't keep the Sabbath like I should and all of that good stuff because I'm really not Orthodox. But let me just say this. If you're a Christian and you read the Bible, because I've read many of the scripture, many of the books, that the land of Kush is in because it didn't disappear, still there, just goes by another name. It goes by another name now. The land of Kush is in Africa, so there could be no you without us. So it's just some things that was on my mind and like heavy on my mind. And think about that long and hard. Like, what do you mean? Why do Black people exist? If we didn't exist, you wouldn't exist. How about that? So that's that. I really had to dive into that really, really quick because it was just like heavy on my mind. Like, what? And then I saw the trailer with Santa and kissing his his boyfriend. And I was like, why is that normalized? But being Black can't be normalized. Or it's like something bad to be Black. It's nothing bad being African American. Let me tell you that. I'm a queen. And anybody that I know, if they're male, they're kings, and if they're female, they're queens. So no. The problem is we gotta stop letting them try to make us feel any lower than what we are. Like, make us feel low. I'm not letting anybody make me feel low anymore. Like I used to, not anymore. I'm a whole different person now. All right, so we're gonna keep going because I want to get into this other subject matter. So right now the streets are insane, and it's been worrying me a little bit. It's to the point where we really can't even like be comfortable with just letting our kids go outside and play because we're scared that something's going to happen. And I don't care where you live at, if you live in the city, if you live in the suburbs. I personally live in the suburbs now. I grew up in the city, right? But it's starting to look the same way across the board. Children aren't safe, men aren't safe, women aren't safe. It's just looking crazy. So I was having a conversation, and I do want to eventually dive into the post-traumatic stress area of the consequences of the street actions. What post-traumatic stress is brought along after you lose somebody that you love to the streets. I want to dive into that, but I don't want to. I don't. That's why it's in the top of this actual show tonight. I want to dive into it, but I don't want to dive into it until I actually sit down and actually do some research and talk to some people and see how it affects them. I think I said that on my last Wednesday, but I just thought I would remind y'all. But this street shit can fuck up a whole lot of people's mental state of being, and I think that everybody is for self right now, and I get it. They scared. Times are hard. People are struggling. I get that part. But it ain't just about you. So that's that. But we're going to get to that later. Another day. Not today. Excuse me. So this is an interesting subject matter. When you have children, when is it too soon to bring the person that you're with around your child? I am very delicate when it comes to my daughter. Like, and I've been like that since she's been born. And if I brought you around my child, then I had every intention to be with you for the long run, because I don't do anything for the short run. If I say I'm in it, I'm in it. And that's what it is. Like, I try not to take anything for short. And I don't know what people think these days, but I don't have time to be playing these games with relationships and shit. Like, serious. Like if I say I'm with you, then the fuck I'm with you, and that's what I expect you to be. I expect you to be with me too. So when it comes down to children, I think that a lot of people should take into consideration that it's not you when you get in a relationship. It's not just about you either. And I mean, initially it is, but gradually and especially, excuse me, pardon me, especially if you intend to be with this person, then your children are going to be around this person. So you got to be real mindful. Like those broads that, well, this is one thing I would never do anyway. But, and not that I don't trust, like if I'm with you, then I trust you. You feel me? I trust you with my well-being and my child's, but I would never, ever at some point be like, oh, well, watch my daughter because I got to do this. Nah, that's not how we rock over here. Like if I can't do it, she can't do it. She can't do it, I can't do it. And if I don't got no babysitter anyway, which is close family members, but I'm not just going to introduce anybody to my kid, and that's that. So just be mindful, because these people out here are crazy. Like they out here hurting babies and stuff. You got to be mindful of that stuff. All right. All right. Now let me get back on subject matter because we getting close to the raunchy. I really do the banter with the little small talks real quick because, like I said, YouTube is a different world. Facebook is a different world. Like they have their guidelines, so I kind of like banter, then hit y'all with the crazy stuff. So we're getting to it though. We're getting close. I organize everything in that manner. So I talked about on Monday the situation with Blueface and Whack 100, and I think her name, I can't remember the girl's name, but the girl who was dealing with Blueface and the whole crazy stuff of them calling the police on her and putting her out. It's not funny, but I'm sorry, I'm gonna laugh every now and again. And then I fast forward to the Danny Lee situation with the baby, and it's a now it's becoming a trend. For girls to get put out and used to call the police when they don't want to go. And what I want to say to that, to all females, not just those two particular females, it comes a time that you just got to let that shit go, mama. You can't. You're losing your self-respect and dignity when you're trying to hold on to something that don't really want you. So that's all I'm going to say to that. Now, I'm going to play a video real quick before I get to told you I got some stuff to say today. Like I got some stuff, but I'm going to play a video real quick. Let's see where we're going to go with it. We're going to start with Prophet today. This one is Prophet. You'll see. Prophet Styles P, Holy Shalom. There's a couple of people in this. Check this video out.
Point blank, almost got my big red kill when they shot. How they do that? Them blue like cameras is watching. Bring the red on you, turn it back on you, no problem. How they do that? Hanging them, then they try and take off the top. How they do that? And next thing you know, they hanging out with the ops. How they do that?
Ghost, D-Block, Prophet, what up, homie? I ride out hoping to never crash. How long will forever last? 180, but it's crazy. If my negative side's my better half. If you ain't crying, then you better laugh. Pull it a bullet to tear your head in half. It ain't whole with a hole in it. My rhymes is hot, my brain got a stove in it. If you talking money or weed, throw some O's in it. If you got your thoughts on the city, then throw the globe in it. I'm trying to heat up the world, cause it's cold in it. Walked till I found my path, then I rode in it.
I'm grinding from sundown to the sun up. Bills due, fridge need food, I need a come up. And all these brand new fake friends trying to get the fun up. And I ain't gonna let them, we ready, just let them run up.
Run up and we score blocks, heads going like car tops, guns pop like car locks, seen a lot of hard styles. They make music for blocks, hitting yard on the box, looking out for the knocks, cause the cops, they will
Grew up
run
the
up.
mad fighting, moms always slept on the couch. Pops just got bad news at the docs, know he be stressing out. Had 2 heart attacks already, and my Uncle Jay ain't survived his. Meanwhile, trying to get everybody's accounts out the minus. The grind is ever consuming, even when winning, I'm losing. Missed a few calls, I was moving, rapping, wrapped up in the music. Now I don't know what to do with these voicemails saved on this SIM card. Half my people's in the ground, the half in the gym yard. And they ain't allowing no visitations. A lot of new friends bring stipulations, switch situations. Seeing people get hooked, blow their savings, miss payments, kiss pavements. In Baltimore, with talent gets overlooked, it gets racist. And we just try and make sure the riot good. Yana, Kimura, and Naya good. Turn haters to firewood, but stabbing, tank in the heart, shooting, skipping the head. Try to leave my brother for dead. I'm grinding from sundown to the sun up. Bills due, fridge need food, I need a come up. And all these brand new fake friends trying to get the one up. And I ain't gonna let them, we ready, just let them run up.
Run up and we score blocks, heads going like car tops, guns pop like car locks, seen a lot of hard styles. They make music for blocks, hitting yard on the box, looking out for the knocks, cause the cops, they will run
Came
up.
from the bottom to the top in only 2 years. Kept my foot dead on the gas until the shit gears. All I seen is coast stairs, west side to Bel Air. Can't sleep at night, all these DEA nightmares. Getting all this money, hard not to stand out. Begging ass niggas always looking for a handout, but they get nothing, trying to run up and hustle. Baby mama trip, paying child support numbers. Damn, it was all good just a week ago. Moving all this blow, got top judges on payroll. Put away my bankroll, not hard to finagle. Coming from the hood where they shoot quick if I say so. So I did it first, no bandwagon. Hearts of Huey Newton and George Jackson. Certified, learn quick from the wise. Walking in the hands of the truth and never lie. Tell them why.
I'm grinding from sundown to the sun up. Bills due, fridge need food, I need a come up. And all these brand new fake friends trying to get the one up. And I ain't gonna let them, we ready, just let them run up.
Run up and we score blocks, heads going like car tops, guns pop like car locks, seen a lot of hard styles. They make music for blocks, hitting yard on the box, looking out for the knocks, cause the cops, they will run up.
Watch your mouth when you talking to me, boy. I will run up. Pride Nation, the army, boy. You know we ready. Run up. Sitting at the top. No, we can't be stopped. Wait. Run up. What you want me to do, huh?
Prophet, what up, son? Dog P. Outlaw, this is the resistance. Infamous wildlife.
I'm back. I see you, Rashad. Baby, you gotta do what you gotta do. But thank you for rewatching and thank you for coming in tonight too. Thanks, Bill. All right, so let me get to the next thing that I wanted to talk about. This is something else that's also a trending topic, and I'm gonna give y'all a synopsis on how I feel about this. Your ex start dating someone that you know. How do you deal with it? You deal with it. What you gonna do? Stop them from dating whoever they want to date? You can't do anything about it. The one thing that we've all been given is free will. So there's nothing that you could do about what another person wants to do with a whole nother person. Get over it. Move the fuck on and keep it moving. That's what you do. And I don't even see why that should be like. People so big on getting revenge these days. It's ridiculous. You don't need to get revenge. You just need to live and keep it fucking pushing. That's all that's to that. Like, oh my gosh. People annoy me sometimes. I'm sorry, y'all. Because it's weird. Like, it's real weird. Why do you think you have more control over another person than they have over themselves? That's my question. You don't. So anyway. I'm here for Tiana Taylor's lap dances, y'all. I am. I'm so here for all her lap dances. I've seen a few that she's given, and I like her reason of why it's never a dude and why it's always a female. Well, one, we all know she's bisexual, so it is what it is. But the other reason, and it made so much sense to me when she explained why it's always females that she giving a lap dances to. And she's like, I'm not getting ready to be giving a lap dance to another man. I got a husband. That made so much fucking sense to me. I was like, yes, girl, that's what I'm talking about. No, I'm not getting ready to be grinding up on another man when I got a whole husband over here I can grind up on. Come on, man. Come on. So yeah, I'm all, but that shit is sexy. I don't have no beef with Tiana Taylor and none of her lap dances that she want to give to any of the ladies. No, she should not be giving lap dances to other men because she is a married woman. I don't have no beef with it. Let's go, Tiana Taylor. Get your life, mama. All right. And this one is funny because of the text message I received. But let me say this. How do you tell your partner you want some? I just tell them. Gimme. Or really, I'm going to be honest with you. If, which that's rare these days. But if I'm not getting it as fast as I want it, I have a tendency to throw temper tantrums. Not like little kid, like I'm going to go, but I'm going to have an attitude. And some people might get caught in that whirlwind of my attitude because I'm not being, I don't get what I wanted. It's not that I'm not being pleased, but I want what I want. And so, yeah, I throw temper tantrums. I ain't no shame in my game. I'm gonna be real with you. Be real with you. And that's why it's funny because the text messages I'm receiving during this podcast. But no, I'm gonna be real with you. I just, listen, babe, I need some. Where you at? And like I said, it's been times where I've thrown a few temper tantrums, got attitudes. People start talking to me. I give them attitude. They like, I ain't do nothing to you. I can't tell them I got an attitude because I want my shit. You feel me? So, yeah, that's what I do. I just tell them. I just say it. I want some. Important message: never dumb yourself down to make other people comfortable. Why? Because they're going to be good, but you're not going to be good. So that's that. Oh, what did I just press? I don't know. I heard it, but whatever. Also, other advice I have for you: do all of the things that people look at you crazy for. Do all the taboo shit. If you want to have sex with your spouse in the car, go do that shit. You feel me? Which I got some car tips coming up too. You want to go have sex in the park? No, don't do that because you might get arrested. But if you can get away with it, do that shit. I mean, just do what makes you happy and stop worrying about what makes other motherfuckers happy. Because again, you're going to be stuck in a matrix. You're not going to be happy. They're going to be happy. And nobody's going to care about how you feel at the end of the day. So you care about how you feel. How about that? You care about what is going to satisfy your needs. You care about it. It's not their job to care about it unless y'all committed to each other, and then it's they that's when they should be caring. Y'all, it's an airplane company that's allowing people to have sex on it for $1,000 per ride, no pun intended. This airplane company is helping couples spice up their sex life. I'm not mad at it. Now I got something to say to this at the end. The Love Cloud is the name of a private jet where couples can have a romantic experience while in the clouds. The company is in Las Vegas and it doesn't fly. So you just, oh wait, now I feel something. Now that changed the whole situation. So it doesn't fly anywhere but, well, it does fly. I'm sorry. Let me fix that. It doesn't fly anywhere but 5,280 feet in the sky. So they don't go too far up or whatever. Couples can pay about $1,000 for a 45-minute experience or roughly $1,500 for a 1 hour, 1.5 hour experience. Ooh. The cabin has a twin bed, but it can flip up to fit 6 people if you're into it. Ooh, spicy. There's also a foam mattress, a red satin sheets, and some sex pillows, designed to make getting it on more comfortable in various sex positions. They do have a picture. It looks like it's just the right size to do what you need to do. I've always been scared of the Mile High Club. And let me tell y'all why. I've been scared of the Mile High Club because I've always been afraid that something was going to go down while we in the air trying to do stuff. Like some freak ass accident. We in there getting our rocks off, and then the plane goes into a tailspin or something like that. I don't know. I'm weird like that. So I was a little scared of that, but from what they're saying, it doesn't go that high. So that's not a bad thing. That's not a bad thing at all. Now let's get to the nitty gritty, because we've been at this podcast for a little bit now, and I feel like I shouldn't be getting in trouble for too much of anything at this point. So I did tell y'all I had some tips for the best sex positions for inside the car. Oh no, let's get back to Rashawn. He left, but so the question was, is it harder for men to hold their orgasms than it is for women? Rashawn said, yeah, men. It's harder for men than it is for women. We be trying to get it done. All right, that was the last one. He left me. And I'm going to tell him why I don't agree with it being men. And one is, well, if they know what they're doing. A lot of men know how to concentrate on other things so that they not focused on busting their nut. Women, on the other hand, we come in multiples. So for the life of me, I cannot hold my orgasm. I've tried. I can't. So for men, I think Rashard says it's for men. I'm going to disagree and say I think it's women, because we have so many that it's hard to stop one. But I don't know. I'm not all women. I'm not all men. I don't know, but I'm just going to say, just logically in my brain, because we are capable of having many with the right partner, I think it's harder for us. And then it depends on the things that's being done to it. Like, I don't know. I don't think it's men, baby. I don't. I think it's women. But let me get back to some good positions you can try in the car. Okay. So one is you straddle your partner. You sit on women, ladies. You straddle your partner in the right position. Just get comfortable. It gets cramped. Trust me. But then lowering themselves onto the seated partner while face to face. Yeah, that's a pretty easy one. Let me tell you what a hard one is, though, but it's fun. Is facing the opposite direction. And especially if they still sitting in the driver's seat, it kind of makes it kind of weird. Like I said, if you're straddling them, it works best if you have a vagina. That's just that. I always am one of those people. I was scared of a lot of things. It took some things for me to break out of my little scaredness, but yeah, now that's probably one of my favorite places to get it on at. I think. I don't know. Missionary. Somebody on landing. You know what missionary is. But it's better if you pull the feet towards like the head than trying to do like behind. Because it's a car and it's a tight space. And it's not really like you have like the option of like your bed where you could be all over the place. So you got to be mindful. So missionary is good. Doggy style. Great position to be in. You just have to be in the right place so that you don't get caught. But doggy style is always a good position to be in, especially if you have a big vehicle. If you have a smaller vehicle, I wouldn't recommend it too much. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend it too much if you don't have a nice space where that can be, properly executed. Now, spooning. I know a lot of people don't like to spoon, but it gives you a little bit more leverage, especially if you don't like the back seat situation, because you can't really spoon in the front seat. But if you're in the back seat, get in the back seat and you spooning, it works. Trust me. You can masturbate each other. Like you play with him, he play with you, or you play with her, she play with you know what I'm saying. Oral sex. You can never go wrong with that. Like you can never go wrong with oral sex. So those are a few positions that you could basically do in the car that are fun. I don't even think I did all 10, but that's enough. That you can do in the car to add some excitement. Again, I'm all about adding a spice. This is why we have these conversations. Yeah, that's why we have these conversations. Ways to have an orgasm. Ways to have an orgasm, like right now. Like you could do it. So we all know toys and shit like that. It's really basically for a woman clitoral stimulation. That orgasm is the best. Like, it's weird though. I have this weird thing with masturbation. I don't want to break it down, but not that I don't do it, but it's just weird. But yes, clitoral stimulation brings an orgasm immediately. Nipple orgasms. People don't know about those, but they exist. Of course, the G spot, but then you got to really play and get where you need to be, but you're going to get off. Mental orgasm. Sometimes it's not just about sex. I can honestly say I'm in that space right now where it's beyond, sex is great, but it's like, can you mentally stimulate me? Like, can we have conversations and I be mentally stimulated? Man, a mind fuck is a beautiful thing. Oh my gosh. The U spot. Man, I'm gonna talk about the U spot a little later because there's a lot that I have to explain because this is a G spot and then there's a U spot. I'm gonna have to break that down so you really, really know. Skin orgasms, touching. Somebody can touch you and you could just shit. So yeah, they exist as well. Cervical orgasms, sleep orgasms, anal orgasms. I know people are scared of anal, but it's normal. It's not as taboo as you think. Well, it is kind of taboo, but yeah. Blended orgasms is a combination of all, but you're gonna get off. Multiple orgasms, ladies, we experience this on. You should be, and if you're not experiencing this, you might need to talk to your spouse about how y'all can improve your situation. You know what I'm saying? Because all ladies have multiple orgasms, and if you're not, but then again, there's a lot, believe it or not, a lot of women out here who have never experienced an orgasm, or you know what I mean? Like, so unfortunate for them. But it's a lot of ladies out here who have never experienced an orgasm. And I think that instead of running away from the situation, talk to your spouse about how you can achieve that particular thing, how you can achieve getting your first orgasm. It's mind blowing. Trust me, it'll change your life. All right. So some of us are lazy when it comes to sex. I can't judge you, but some of us are really lazy. So side by side sex, which is all right, both of you lie on your sides, facing the same direction, lift your top leg, ladies, and have your partner move up behind you. A lot of us have done this position, but I don't really consider that lazy. I just consider, well, one is, again, I don't like to be in one position all of the time. You feel me? It's like, all right, we do that this time. We probably do something different the next time. Or maybe in that one session, we done did like 3 or 4 different positions. And that side by side one, it could be considered lazy if that's all you're doing. But I don't really consider that lazy. Seated oral. Sit on a comfy sofa or chair. Have your partner sit on the ground and cross the legs in front of you with a pillow under their body for extra cushioning. And then they can perform oral sex on you. Again, I don't feel like that's lazy because just because my bottom half ain't working, my mouth and my neck is working. That's a workout. So yeah, that's different. Lotus. Have your partner sit up in the bed, perhaps leaning against the wall with their legs crossed or outstretched. Straddle your partner facing them. Lower yourself onto their penis or toy and sit on their lap and wrap your legs around their body. Still, again, I don't know if this is lazy sex or this is just another position that is good for everybody. Face to face, I already told you about that. You know what I mean? Leg up, thing, thing. Side 69. So that's you laying on your side, your partner laying on your side, and y'all going to town. That might be a little lazy. That might just be a little lazy. Like, all right, why you couldn't be on top, or why I couldn't be on top? Why somebody couldn't be on top and somebody be on the bottom? But I don't know. Sofa straddle. Have your partner sit on the sofa, straddle your partner facing them, lower down onto your knees, hold onto their shoulders and or the back of the sofa for leverage. Again, I don't see that as lazy sex. I see that as another position, but to each his own. Mutual masturbation, playing with each other. That should be like foreplay though. But if you're gonna consider that lazy sex, sure. Sofa doggy. Kneel while facing the back of the sofa. Oh, why is this called like okay? Drape the top of your body over the back of the sofa. Have your partner stand behind you and enter you. Again, not lazy sex. Different position. That's all, yo. Like, really, y'all want too much in life out here. You want to call it lazy sex? I don't call that lazy sex. I call that great fucking sex. So it's a different position. You feel me? It's just a different position. Where we at on time? Oh, I'm doing my thoughts. That's all. It's a different position. I want to get into oral sex really quick before I move on to the other shit. Oral sex. It's nothing like a good dose of oral sex. Not everybody's comfortable with giving fellatio or receiving fellatio. I don't know how you're not comfortable with receiving it though. It's like so blissful. But yes, oral sex is real sex. I don't care. Like a lot of people like, well, getting lettuce or because that's what I call it. Getting lettuce or getting some head or getting something sucked is not sex. It is sex. Sorry, it's a part of sex. It's sex. Everybody's anatomy is unique. So the first things first, if you want to continue getting fellatio, oral sex, make sure that you are clean. Nobody wants to go down there to some stinky puss or some stinky balls. Nobody wants that. When I go down on you, I don't want to smell sweaty balls. When you go down on me, I'm quite sure you don't want to smell fishy vagina. Just make sure you clean. Just make sure you clean. Avoid perfumes and things of that nature, though, ladies, because they don't help you. As a matter of fact, they give you lady issues. We'll call them that. You know what I mean? Like our parts down there are not built for that kind of action, and fellas, you too. I don't know how it might affect you, but just avoid using like perfumes and colognes and shit like that. Eat right. For ladies, to sweeten your lower region, pineapples, papaya, cinnamon, nutmeg, celery. Drink lots of water. Water is very important. You can even do like to flush your system some cranberry juice as well. Just be clean, be safe. Don't be out here just throwing it to everybody. You feel me? Just don't be out here doing it to everybody. And just be mindful that when you're dealing with somebody, it's okay, especially if you're committed, because you want to provide a beautiful experience for your partner and you want them to do the same for you. Personally, I'm a giving lover. My boo gets it, and I don't have no problems admitting it. He gonna get, but some people not really into it. You feel me? And that's okay. But I think that should be a discussion that both of you should have in advance. Because if you're not into giving fellatio, but your partner is, they could feel slighted at times, like you're not, you know what I mean, not giving the same attention to them as they are giving to you. Nobody wants to be in a one-sided relationship at all. So first things first, the first position that I'm gonna give you for bomb ass head, lay back and enjoy that shit. Just take it, enjoy it, because trust me, if you got a partner that's all for it, you 9 times out of 10, you're not gonna find nobody like that person again. So yeah, lay back and enjoy that shit. For those who like to give, lay on your back and let them straddle you. Let them be in control. It's okay. You feel me? Sometimes you could be submissive. It's okay. And everybody know the 69 is like one of the greatest. For if it comes down to, like, that's for the ladies. Fellas, here's some stuff for you. Start using the tip of your tongue. No, I'm sorry. That was for the I'm sorry. The first one was for the fellas, for the ladies. Okay. This one is for the ladies, for the, sucking some dick. I'm not gonna even try to pretty it up. This is what we're talking about. So start using the tip of your tongue up and down the base of the shaft. Yeah, they love that shit. I don't know what it feels. I don't have a penis, but from what I see, that's a beautiful thing. Make sure you show all sides of the penis some love. Apparently they don't like to be neglected anyway on the penis. Try to get the whole thing in your mouth. That's the next thing. Yeah, try to get the whole thing in your mouth. Now I ain't saying die trying to suck some dick, but try to get the whole thing in your mouth. Hold the base of the shaft and take the rest in your mouth. Then slowly slide up and down while sucking lightly. Pick up the pace. Pick up the pace. Open wide. Sit and suck. And just lay back. There's nothing wrong with making sure that you please your partner, and that's a part of it. I'm weird. Like, as far as using things inside, it's weird because STIs are easily transmitted. And STIs are not just transmitted diseases. I didn't say STD, I said STIs. STIs are more like urinary tract infections and things of that nature. So be mindful of what you decide to use in the lower regions, because it could be dangerous and it could be scary. So just be careful with that shit. But otherwise, just have fun with it. If you are into it, don't just have fun with it. Explore, see what it is that you can get into. It's all about keeping the spice. You feel me? And the one thing that I want to give is the better sex for better sex for couples. I did want to get into that a little bit, because a lot of times, we get in these relationships and we get complacent. We do. And then at other times we get in these relationships and we get lazy, or we just lose the spark. But whatever it is, if you see that it's not moving the way it used to move, like if things aren't popping off the way they used to pop off, find a way to spice that shit up. For you personally, as a tip for you personally, if you feel like it's you, start stretching, do some yoga, start exercising. It'll help your libido. Trust me, it will highly help your libido. Reignite your dopamine with a fresh experience. Do something different so that it'll be. And listen, I know a lot of us are parents and stuff like that, but you gotta schedule some time with each other so that you can get it done. Nobody wants to be neglected. If need be, take a class or watch this podcast because I give out tips all the time. Um, get away for a night. You don't have to go away on a long vacation. You can just go to a hotel one night and just a getaway and have some fun in your little getaway, or make your situation seem like a getaway. Chill, watch an erotic movie together. Oh, this is a good one. I just am really getting comfortable with this one myself personally, but pleasure yourself in front of your partner. If you're horny and they're not horny and you want them to be horny, play with it. Have a talk, have a discussion. Like I said, I've been saying that this whole podcast, though. Have a discussion. I mean, it's all about keeping it spicy, keeping it fresh, keeping renewed. You don't want to seem like you just and it's the same shit all the time. I'm gonna be honest with you. There's nothing wrong with trying new things, and I'm also be honest with you about it as well, which is, the things that you see or think are extra taboo. There are a lot of people that's into that shit too. So don't feel any kind of way because you want to experience something more kinkier. You want to get into something more refreshing. It's okay. It's all right to want to, get into some new shit. Like I tell y'all, blindfolds, they're fun. Get into the kinky shit. Shit. Hot and cold, ice cubes and stuff like that, or a warming sensation, that's fun. Being tied up is fun. Like, it's different things you could do. Well, if you're into it, spankings are definitely fun. Shit you could do during sex that spice it up. But the whole key is just making sure you keep it spicy and keep it kinky. You don't want to get in that place where your spouse is looking at you like, ugh, this again. Well, I gotta try something different because I'm not happy here. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's about y'all connecting, having a connection, having a real spiritual energy. That's why I say tantric sex is good too. And I meant to get into that a little bit more, but we'll do that next Wednesday because we're running short on time. But that's why I always tell people it's nothing wrong with tantric sex. It's nothing wrong with kinky sex because that's what keeps it spicy. I personally want to be one of those my kid, I'm glad my kid is in the bed at this time so she don't hear me talking like this. But me personally, I'm gonna be that old lady with my husband, putting the kids out. I think I said this before, but putting the kids out the house so we could go do what we do. Because you could still have sex in your older years. People just lose focus of them. And then they think that it's all over and it's all said and done because they're older, and it's not. Matter of fact, it get probably kinkier when you get older, I believe. I believe that wholeheartedly with my whole heart, that it gets kinkier as you get older. So, you know what I mean? Like, don't be afraid to explore. I told y'all, I'm going to be that old. I'm going to put the kids out, put the grandbabies out, the great-grandbabies out. Like, listen, y'all got to go. We got work to do. We got some things we got to work on, and that don't include y'all being here. So y'all got to go. A lot of y'all had a good time with y'all. We ate dinner, we sat, we talked. I rocked the grandbabies and all of that stuff, but y'all got to go, and that's just what it is. And it's time for me and Pops to get it popping and get it in. So that's very important. All right, so I think I've talked enough about the sexy talk. But you can never really talk enough about sexy talk. I keep the spice going. I'm forever tell y'all that. Sorry. Make sure y'all go check out our website. I was talking so much, I forgot to plug, but it's all good. I would rather have the conversation with y'all about things to keep it spicy than to be plugging shit all night. But check out our website, www.ambitiouslyentertainment.com. Again, that website is www.ambitiously.com. If you want to be on the show, we are open for guests. I do interviews. I do love doing interviews. So please hit me up. Ambitiously the podcast at gmail.com. Again, that is ambitiously the podcast at gmail.com. Because I got some announcements before I go. It's a lot of new things happening around here, and I want to make sure I give it to y'all. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to this podcast. Um, every like, every share, every subscription helps us out, helps us continue to build this podcast. And we have reached our milestone. We are over 1,000 downloads now. We are in 6 continents. We are in 20 something countries and territories, because we don't really have that kind of time today. I love all of my listening audience. I love all of my viewing audience. Thank you for coming through. And we are 170 some odd cities. And I appreciate each and every listener, each and every viewer. I do. So, you know what I mean? Don't feel free to come through and drop a comment so I can know you there. But if you just spread the word, like, share, and subscribe, you feel me? Spread the word, come through. Every like, every share, every subscription helps this podcast. All right, let me see if I said all of the things that I needed to say really quick before I get into the nitty. Oh, no, I didn't. Okay, awesome. You can catch us on all social media sites, even on Twitter. I just don't really get into the Twitter thing too much. But IG at Miss_Lurlucidity, again, at Miss_Lurlucidity, Facebook Ambitiously the Podcast, YouTube Ambitiously the Podcast, The Black Experience. Now for my announcements, and then we're gonna get out of here. He's gonna break up out of here. All right, so there's a few things happening. We wanted to expand our listening audience. So we made a conscious decision that we were gonna expand the podcast platforms that we use. So it won't have, probably by Monday everything will be in order, because there's a lot of different situations I got to set up over here. But there will be multiple sources of getting this podcast, and it'll be the same podcast, probably the same content, but it's just making sure that other people can hear it that don't use this one platform. I wanted to, make sure it was heard across the board. So we got like 4 different platforms we're going to be on. We also have a new call-in number that is going to be our permanent call-in number, which will also be displayed when we come back on Monday, because I want to get all of the logistics together. I don't want to just come back and give y'all anything. That's not what I'm about over here. But we do have a call-in number, so now people can call in along with dropping a comment. Yeah, that could happen now. We had a call-in number, but I didn't like the service, so I just waited for the right situation. This is just that simple. It wasn't nothing heavy. Just didn't like the way that service operated. And like when people called in, like I would miss the call. I don't want that. I wanted you guys to be able to call in and not have any issues. So that's what we're doing right now. We're putting it all together. We're making sure everything is up and running and working. So that's that. What else was on the agenda? So we have the 4 situations. Oh, so I will be making it really, really easy for everybody. But since we made some executive decisions over here, I do want to make sure my Linktree link is all the way together. So I had some more to add. That's why I wasn't on the description today, and it won't be there on Friday either. So don't get excited yet, but it's coming. And then that way you'll be able to click that one link and find all of our locations with no problem. And that's what I'm trying to make sure we get done. We're working on the website. We got some things going on over there as well, but stay tuned. It's happening. And then some other things are happening, but we haven't really mapped that out or planned it all the way out. We still got to figure out the logistics, but new things coming, new things popping, and be ready for it. And it is what it is. So with that being said, y'all, we've been here for about an hour now. I love you guys. Thank you for tuning into this podcast. Thank you for coming through. For those who always come through, thank you so much. And I appreciate you and I love you. For those who always download, thank you so much. I appreciate you. I love you. For those who are coming through that are new, welcome. And thank you for coming through and checking out the show. Hope you find something with the show that you like, because we don't do the same thing every podcast. It's different every podcast. Mondays it's the media. Wednesdays we talk sexy talk. Fridays we churn out these bangers. So it is what it is. But I love you guys. I appreciate you guys, and have a good night. Please be safe out here. Mind your business. That's first and foremost. Don't get into other people's business unless they doing something wrong to somebody. But otherwise, mind your business. Be safe. Watch your attitudes, because it's dangerous out here and people don't care no more. Watch your backs. It's people out here doing crazy stuff to people. Just be careful, y'all, and keep on your mask, and watch how you move in these times, because the pandemic still is here, and new variants are coming. Not every day, but they're coming. So just stay safe. Be safe. Love y'all. Good night. Good night, y'all. I'm sorry, I was texting. Good night.